This is Prisoners of War, a 1988 arcade machine from SNK, played here on the PS3 as a PlayStation Mini, downloadable from the PlayStation Network. It also works on your PSP. It's got some great music, it's got guns, but you know what it's really missing? That's right, how am I supposed to know that drugs don't use winners? I'm high on coffee right now. It's the gateway drug. After 3 more cups, I may start taking shots of espresso. And then watch out. It'll be a downward spiral to 3 bottles of Mountain Dew. Anyway, I could talk about coffee, soft drinks, and caffeine for the rest of the review because there's not a whole lot to say about this game. POW, Prisoners of War, is probably best known for being on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Back when side-scrolling brawler beat-em-ups were all the rage. Which I don't really remember, to be honest. But this game feels like one of those games you would have played in the arcades or bowling alley if you had a bunch of friends with you, a stack of quarters, and some time to kill. It doesn't really translate terribly well into a console release, especially when you can't play it 2-player. The PlayStation Minis are single-player only, even if they left all the 2-player stuff on screen. Which kind of sucks, considering some of the greatest SNK games like Ikari Warriors are best played with 2 players. And this game is friggin' impossible. I doubt it would be much easier with 2 players, but at least you could watch your friend suffer along with you. I love that the guys jump out of the helicopter and just sucker punch you and run off screen. Prisoners of War is a side-scrolling beat-em-up, as I mentioned, and a really challenging one. I seriously question the collision detection in this game. Your guy takes almost no damage, and it's really hard to hit the enemies. The best move seems to be jumping and then kicking them, and occasionally you'll be able to pick up a knife that you can throw at bad guys, or a machine gun, which allows you to shoot them, providing some great stress relief after getting your ass kicked the entire game. The things on the top left that look like 40s are actually your ammunition, which runs out almost immediately, so unfortunately they're not bottles of malt liquor that you could smash over your enemies' heads, which would give you an offensive advantage. It's not one of my favorite side-scrolling beat-em-ups, but I do like the music. I would much rather play something like Streets of Rage or Golden Axe, but the price on the PS Minis is right for trying games like this, especially if you remember them from back in the day. Man, those guys are tough. They must be high on caffeine too. There's obviously the convenience factor of being able to take your PSP Minis, or PS Minis, whatever they're called, on the PSP with you, and play them at the library, or at the bar, or both places at once if you have a really awesome library. After spending some time with this one, it plays a lot like a game such as Golden Axe. You don't want to get surrounded by enemies. Jumping attacks will push them back, but you're always so overwhelmed, outgunned, and outnumbered. And it was clearly designed to eat your quarters back in the day. It's no Double Dragon, but if you enjoy side-scrolling beat-em-ups and are looking for a serious challenge, or if you just like playing all of them, POW, Prisoners of War, is there for you. Downloadable onto your PS3 or PSP, and it's also on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I beat Tank Soldier in Warehouse. Good, I love that they were specific about where I beat the Tank Soldier. Because the warehouse means so much more than, say, the kitchen or tool shed. It's a warehouse, and that makes it more hardcore.